Good morning, everyone. And good morning, guests. Welcome to our swim-free graduation program. At this time, I am going to invite Jadel Borden of Year 2 to start with the opening prayer.
Father, we thank thee for the night and for the blessed morning light, for rest and food and loving care, and all that makes the world so fair. Help us to do the things we should, to be to others kind and good. In all we do at work and play, to grow more loving every day. Amen.
Thank you very much, Jado. At this time, I will invite Mr. Pedley, our principal, to welcome you.
Good morning, boys and girls. And good morning to our wonderful guests who are with us this morning. And of course, our staff. Our school, any school, is nothing without hardworking, committed staff. So, good morning, staff. One of the things we learn in the Caribbean is that they are islands. And we were always interested as kids growing up when we hear about mainlands. Now, with islands, and ours is a set of islands, and each island is a paradise. We can justify that. Now, with every island, boys and girls, we have water surrounding us. And it's not just for fishing and boating. It's also for what? Swimming. Is swimming a good thing? And to swim, we need to have skills. And we are so blessed and happy to have people who will provide all the resources for us to learn to swim, but also those skilled people who can teach us how to swim. And of course, we have those people way up who make sure that all the things are in place. And we have samples of all those processes with us this morning. So I want to make special welcome to these wonderful people who are making sure we are getting the best learning experiences possible. We have with us Mr. Mark Ray, Director of Education Services. Mr. Mark, welcome. We have our SSIO Dr. Richard Wildman, who is with us as well. We have Customer Services Manager, Senior Customer Services Manager, Miss Kimberly Kirkconnell is with us as well. We have Managing Director, Mr. Frankie Flowers, one of the main persons behind this wonderful initiative that we are part of. Does anyone know Coach Jeff? Yes, we have Coach Jeff with us this morning. Welcome, sir. And you would have met some other wonderful coaches. Coach Jo, remember her? And Coach Andrea, also with us. One of those people behind everything that we have done so far is Mrs. Carrie-Ann Hilton. She is the head of the PE team. Welcome, Miss Carrie-Ann. The teachers who have been directly involved in this program at our school have been involved in every way possible you can think of. A special welcome to each of those staff. Miss Dacent, I could not have not, she lives here, she works here, but I want to especially welcome Miss Dacent, who too has done great work. Our wonderful PTA president, Miss Ashley, special welcome. Boys and girls, you did it. Big hand for yourselves, boys and girls. As we mark this special occasion, I want to welcome everyone to this moment that we should not forget because it's significant. Good morning.
Thank you, Mr. Pedley. At this time, I will invite Mrs. Carrie-Ann Jones-Hilton, the head of PE in the primary schools, to come and give her greetings.
Good morning, everyone. So just a little correction, Mr. Pedley. My name on my birth certificate says Carrie-Ann Jones, but it was changed to Miss Jasmine when I got to Savannah. So the name is Miss Jasmine. I hope I'll remember when they say, hi, Miss Jasmine, but thank you, girls and boys. I love that name. Good morning, everyone. How are you doing this morning? It is so good to see you. I remember the first day to see some of you went into the pool and you're a little bit antsy. You didn't even want to go in the pool. And then I saw you on the last day and I was amazed at your accomplishment. I was amazed at how well you did. Give yourselves a round of applause. You did a fantastic job. Thank you to Mr. Pedley and Ms. Dacent, the teachers and the parents of Joanna Clarke Primary School. I came in your school, I invaded your school for a month, and you stuck to the task and you really outdid yourselves. You supported the kids, you supported me, you supported our program, you saw the value of the program, and I really want to say thank you. Ms. Dacent, where are you? Please come and stand beside me for a second. I know she doesn't want to do it, but this is the only way I can get her. This is our 4th rodeo, and I must say, this has been the easiest school we've been. I did stress Miss Dacent. I did lose my documents. I did ask her to reprint, and she did said, Miss Jones, but she did everything I asked. She came, she observed, she got in the pool, she was asking every day. She didn't. Miss Harris, oh, I'm so sorry. She had plans of, she had plans. But those plans will come to fruition maybe next year already. But she came when I was here. She asked about how our day was going, if there's anything that needed to be corrected. And she was there always on task. Whenever we called, she would just ask, what do you want us to do? What do you want me to do? Okay, I will help. I will do this. I will do that. And that's all we ask, because this is not about us. It's about our kids. And when we see them, how much they're enjoying the water, they don't even want to come out. They want to stay in. They're fascinated by the pool. And trust me, if I could allow the pool to stay at Joanna Clarke, I would. But we have to move on. Teachers, although I took you out of your comfort zone, some of you stood to the task and you did a fabulous job, and I really thank you. I couldn't have done it without you. My engineer, Mr. Hines, is not only good with music, he's also good with building, and he made a fabulous changing room for us close to the pool, and that made everything easier. Instead of, give him a round of applause, please. Instead of our kids traveling a mile to the changing room, they got out of the pool and just went straight to the changing room, and that made things so much easier. So thank you so much, Mr. Hines. Mr. Mark Ray, thank you so much, sir, for all your support. If you can recall, I didn't call you for anything much this time, and I'm sure you're happy about that. Papa Frank, Mr. Frank Sr., thank you so much, sir. Every day I tell you how grateful we are that you thought of this concept, and it is reaping fabulous rewards here. Tell Dara we say thank you. Coach Jeff, you are like my yin to my yang. We do everything together when it comes to Swim Free. Without you, this is not possible, and I say, I thank you. My boss, Kimberly, thank you so much. I call you so often, and I know sometimes she's tired of hearing Carrie's voice, but she answers every time, and she assists me, and I say, thank you so much. To my driver, Mr. Duki, Mr. Wheeler, Mr. T, those are the gentlemen behind the scenes that you don't see, but they are the one who is making sure that the pool is safe and everything is ready so your little babies and your kids can go in and enjoy. We are now almost to 500, sir. We are climbing the ladder. And trust me, we have saved 400 lives. We have taught over 400 kids to swim. We have also made sure that we have over 400 water experts or water safety experts in the Cayman Islands. So please, I beg you, parents, teachers, don't let us leave it here. Let us continue the swimming, because when they get to year 4 and year 5 and year 6, when they go to Clifton Hunter or the Lions Pool to swim, now we can actually take a better part in the swim gala, and our government school's name will be called a little bit more because we are starting from the base, which is reception. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I will stop terrorizing you now, and I will leave. Have a good day. Love you all.
Thank you very much, Miss Jasmine. That is now your new name. And I want to hasten to add Miss Hemmings. Mrs. Hemmings was also very instrumental along with Mr. Hines in getting that changing room up and ready. So we want to salute both of them. Thank you so much. At this time, I'd like to invite Mr. Mark Ray, Director of Education Services, to bring remarks on behalf of the department.
Thank you, Mrs. Harris. Good morning, everyone. So, I want to talk to the most important people in the room, you guys. How many people, when you first heard about the Swim Free program or about the pool, hold on, I haven't asked a question yet. How many people, when you first heard, were really excited when you first heard about it? Okay. How many people, when you first heard about it, were kind of nervous? Yeah? How many people were scared altogether, didn't want to do it at all? A couple people. Okay. Now, how many people in this room are so happy and glad that they did it? That's what I thought. I know you guys want to put your hands up as well. So it really is a pleasure to follow Miss Jasmine in talking, because one of the things that I know, this is now the 4th time that I've experienced this program at one of our government schools. And I know of her dedication and her commitment. But importantly, young people, have you ever heard the term, and maybe some of the older ones might have heard it, it takes a village to raise a child? Have you heard that term? No? You might hear it when you get a little older. But trust me, there are a group of people who are supporting you in your learning, your development, and importantly, these life-saving skills that the Swim Free program are given to you. And that group of people are dedicated to making sure that you guys get the best absolute opportunities each and every day. So we've given some applause. You've applauded yourselves for doing so well. We've applauded Mr. Hines and Ms. Hemmings for the changing rooms and so on. But I want you to think of all the people, Coach Dave, Mr. Frank, all the other sponsors that were instrumental in this program coming to our government schools. the people who from school to school and make sure that it is on solid ground. The facilities team that made sure that there were electrical connections set up. All the folks who are taking our pictures and making sure the word gets out to the community. I want you guys to give them all a round of applause. To our teachers, to our parents. Some parents, I believe, are watching live on streaming video. I can't say thank you enough. Teachers, I hope you already know how I feel about the work that you do. But things like this, where you go above and beyond to support initiatives that people might not typically think are part of their duties or responsibilities, it is very, very touching and heartwarming. You know, at the end of the day, we know that teachers are more than just teachers, right? You guys are counselors, you guys are referees, you guys are everything. But when you go above and beyond for these young people, it really lets us know that we have the right people in the right places. So I want to thank the teachers, I want to thank Mr. Pedley and the staff, I want to thank the parents, I want to thank our PTA, who's extremely supportive of all the initiatives. And young people, I want you to know that this village will never abandon you. We'll always be here for you, and we'll always make sure that we do the very best for you. So, at the end of the day, you're going to come, you're going to get your certificate, and you're going to go away feeling really happy about the experience, but don't forget, and Coach Dave and everybody else will remind you about the things that you have to ask before you swim and all those types of things. But don't forget the lessons learned, because these things that you're learning potentially could save your life or someone else's life. So thank you guys for inviting me. It really is a pleasure to be here, and I look forward to experiencing the rest of the ceremony. Ms. Harris?
Thank you very much, Mr. Ray. At this time, I'm going to invite Mr. Frank Flowers Sr. to come and to bring remarks. Let me see, has anyone, before this, did you ever hear of the name Frank Flowers or Frankie Flowers? You've heard about Flowers bottled water? Yes? And the Flowers Sea Swim? We have our own in the Cayman Islands. His son, Frankie Flowers, is a renowned filmmaker. This is the dad. So he's going to bring remarks at this point in time. Let's give him a rousing round of applause. Thank you so much.
Good morning. Okay. I guess you're used to Dara talking to you. For her and Frankie Jr., it comes natural to make speeches. That's my weak point. I'm very shy, and I will try to get across my points. I asked Coach Jeff to come up here to assist me. We're lucky to have him. He's a very world-renowned swim coach. Okay, so distinguished Mr. Mark Ray, distinguished guests, teachers, coaches, children, parents, good morning. Okay, we as the Flowers Group has made a lot of accomplishments and achievements this year, but I think this, I know this is by far I'm most proud of this achievement. It's like a dream come true, and as I reflect and look forward to the future, in about 10 years, every child in the Cayman Islands, my vision is having them being able to swim, or at least 10 feet to save their lives. Coach Jeff will speak about that. And it really excites me I look forward to seeing that accomplished. And I want to thank the parents, most of all, for the trust that you have given us with your children, and the teachers and coaches, and everyone that participated in the program in the water safety. Special thanks to you all. And most of all, last but not least, we want to thank God for keeping everyone safe. And that's it. So, Coach.
I'll just say a couple of things on Mr. Flowers' behalf, and that is behind the scenes, I know, because I get FaceTime with him almost every day, and I know how passionate he is about this program, and none of this really would have been possible without him and his son's vision that brought this pool, also with Mark Ray and some of the other people in the Department of Education that really pushed this through. From the start of idea to having a pool on a school was about 16 months. So people worked diligently behind the scenes to bring this thing. And those of you who weren't at the open house, Mr. Flowers learned to swim late in life. It wasn't until he was about 40 years old that he learned how to swim. And to date, he swims almost a mile a day as part of his daily routine. So it is a skill that he has embraced for life. So we just thank him, and I know he looks over here and he gets teary-eyed looking at all these lovely faces and all these kids who have embraced the program and the challenge that comes with it and learning a life skill. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Flowers Sr., and thank you, Mr. Jeff. At this time, I will invite our PTA president, who is certainly no stranger to us, Miss Ashley Watler, to come and bring remarks.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, students. Are all of you swimmers now? Raise your hand if you're a good swimmer. Wow, look at this. This is the largest group that has swum in the pool and will be graduating. Give yourselves a big round of applause, boys and girls. It's an honor and privilege to be here with you all today and to celebrate this momentous occasion. I look at your uniforms that you had for swimming. Those were provided by the Flowers Group and the Ministry of Education. Let's give them a big round of applause. You guys got to keep these uniforms. Wow. Thank you is not enough to the Flowers Group. I participated in the Flowers Sea Swim. I've been a part of the Flowers family for years. I grew up with their family. And they have dreamed of this moment. And I thank you very much, Mr. Frank, for making this vision a reality. This was something that you all mapped out years ago. The Sea Swims have raised the funds for this to happen free of cost to parents, to you students. No one had to pay for anything. You just had to show up. And now you can swim. How amazing is that? Ministry of Education, thank you for putting this together. I know it is a hard task to go to all of our schools. All of our government schools are getting bigger by the day, and it is time consuming. I'd like to get acknowledgement again to the amazing staff of Joanna Clarke Primary School. I need all of our staff to please stand, Mr. Pedley included, Miss Dacent. You all need to get a huge, huge round of applause. I know the countless hours that it took. Mr. Hines with a makeshift changing room. Hopefully it inspires the other schools. Thank you, teachers. Thank you, staff, for all of your hard work. This threw us all for a loop, but it needed to get done, and you got the job done. Thank you for getting and working together as a team. I know it was down to the minutes. When I was speaking with Ms. Dacent, scheduling was down to the minutes. So thank you all, honestly. It would not have been possible without you. Parents, I know you're not here. Thank you, like they said, for entrusting the school and the Flowers Group to get your kids to be swimmers. I hope that someday you guys will swim in the Flowers Sea Swim in a few years to come. So I look forward to that. And I just, on behalf of the PTA, we thank you all. I know Dara isn't here. We thanked her at the opening ceremony. But it honestly is a pleasure to have you all. And thank you for including Joanna Clarke Primary School in the Swim Free Cayman program.
Thank you very much, Miss Ash. They're ready. You ready? Tap on. No, tap on. This mic. Thank you so very much, year twos. Just as beautifully rendered this morning as it was rendered on Tuesday night. Well done. At this time, I'm going to invite Coach Jeff to come and tell us all about the Swim Free program.
Thank you, Ms. Harris. Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for coming. I'd like to start off Reading a scripture from Isaiah 43:2. When you go through deep waters, I will be with you. When you go through rivers of difficulty, you will not drown. So 'tis the season it is for celebrating. I'll reiterate some ideas and some statements already made, but today, Swim Free has taught over 350 kids how to swim. That's 350 lives that we've saved from a future accident. And we've also brought over 20 teachers from 4 different schools and have taught them basic learn to swim teaching skills. So we've expanded our reach even more than just a teaching professional, but now we have others who will in turn teach their children, teach other people's children, teach family, teach friends a life skill. I want to thank Dr. Pedley for your staff. I believe that leadership starts from the top, and sir, you have an amazing team of people that work for you. General Principal, Mrs. Daysent, it was a pleasure to work with you, and it's been said, but this by far has been the most organized group of people, and that is a large credit to you every day, making sure that people were involved and where they were supposed to be. Director Mark Ray, sir, you are always willing and always available, and you've been a huge advocate of this program since the beginning. So thank you for your never-ending support. Kimberly Kirkconnell, I know that Ms. Jones and you spend an awful lot of time talking, and it's always a pleasure to know that somebody is also highly involved and highly supportive of this program. So a huge thank you to you. Dr. Wildman, it's maybe your 3rd time I've seen you at one of these closing ceremonies, and it's always a pleasure to have your support here as well, so thank you. And Kay Joe, you make every day a joy knowing that you're involved. We work so well together. You're forever passionate, so I feel so blessed to have you as a sister and in this program, and just being there every single day and always available for consultation and making sure that your team is also involved in doing what they're supposed to. A huge thank you to Mr. Flowers and his son. Without their vision, none of this would have been possible. They weren't afraid to dream big. They saw a need for children in the Cayman Islands that wasn't being met. And it seemed rather difficult to bring kids to a pool, so they decided to build a pool and bring the pool to the school for the kids. Those of you guys who don't know, this is the first time this is being done in the world. Nowhere else on the planet has this idea existed. And this is the 4th graduating class. This is the 4th graduating class, and again, we've had over 350 kids come through this program. And we've got another half of the schools to go yet, so we're 4 out of 8 done. Special thank you to the support staff. You always got the job done every day. I know I came out there and saw what you guys were doing. You took on extra responsibilities. You did it as a team, and you always did it with a smile. So thank you. I'd like the teachers, since we are on YouTube, I'd like the teachers who spent time with me in the water to come up and join me. Please come up. Coach Joe, Coach Andrea. Mr. Welcome, please. So I'll just state a couple of things about each person. I'm going to start with Mr. Welcome because he was in the pool every day, morning and afternoon. He came to the program with some prior swim teaching experience, but let me tell you, Every day he was on point. His delivery was exceptional. The kids enjoyed his challenges. Thank you. Coach Andrea has been on island for a while. She has 2 swimmers of her own. She comes out at the beginning, and she's just every bit of a professional, loves what she does, and we're blessed to have her, and she will continue to come out through all of the schools for us. So thank you, Andrea, for being so wonderful. Coach Joe is the head coach at Stingray Swim Club. She's been on island for a little bit, almost a year. And she's a swim professional, and she brings a lot of experience and a lot of passion to what she does, and it's great to have her involved with the program as well, so thank you. We got Miss Miller who joined in, and she's not necessarily the most comfortable person in the water, but she embraced the ideas, and she wasn't afraid to watch and go. And watch and go, and it soon turned into just go. And Kayla was another one who joined us almost every day in the pool, and she was just terrific. She has a nice soft delivery, which learning to swim is already scary, so we like people who come into the program who have a soft delivery, because it makes it a lot easier and palatable for the kids to warm up to. So thank you, Kayla. Miss Grant, a little bit of the same. Why are you standing back there? Miss Grant also almost in the pool every day, and she has a son who was in the program, and we were happy to have her passion for what she is as a teacher. And don't forget, all these people are teachers, and maybe they don't have the swimming background, but they were all eager to learn a skill and to be able to express their own kind of twist and their own delivery to these kids. So thank you. Miss Gooden, a bright face, who at first was reluctant, didn't show up with a swim shirt at first. And that was the start, and slowly just became more and more comfortable in her own style in the water. And I like the way that you lead through discipline, because discipline leads to character, and you were a very big part of keeping the kids in order while they were in the pool. So thank you. Miss Jessie, unbelievable energy all the time. Thank you. Enough said. She just shows up, and it's over the top, but it's exceptional. I'm going to put Miss Hemmings in that same group, because she did the same. The two of them in the water together. I could step back and just let them go. They were great. So thank you, Miss Hemmings. Thank you, Miss Jessie. Miss Archer. Sometimes that was a look getting ready to get into the pool, but when she was in and engaged with the kids, she did a remarkable job, and she learned to have a soft voice and a soft delivery with the kids, but also was also very, very good with keeping the kids disciplined and doing what they're supposed to be doing. So with that, thank you guys all very much. It was a pleasure working with you. Oh, sorry, Miss Harris. See, I didn't forget your name. I tell everybody, at each school I learn over 100 new names, and sometimes I certainly know the faces, but sometimes the names escape me. But she was also very, very, very important to all the stuff that was going on with the teachers, with the kids, making sure they're out there, making sure that the uniforms were dried and laundered, and the kids were ready. So thank you, Miss Harris. So one word that keeps coming to mind for me is that this program is about opportunity. It's about being safe, it's about being comfortable, but it's about an opportunity to learn a life skill. And swimming is a life skill. because once it's learned, it's forever. Once you learn to swim, it's forever. Kids, I hope you guys all remember the most important rule at the pool. Okay, come on, everybody together one more time. Thank you. Don't ever forget that. No matter where you go, and as you're a kid, you always need to ask permission to get into the water. Also, kids, be proud of your accomplishments. Be proud that you've learned to swim. Now, you must beg your parents to keep you swimming. It was just the start. We're on Christmas holiday here pretty soon, so get yourself to the pool, get yourself to the ocean, bring your parents with you. God bless everybody, and happy holidays. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Coach. I almost said Coach Harris. Coach Jeff, thank you very much. Practicing my name. I also want to recognize he's a man of many talents. He's monitoring the online, and so he didn't get up, but he was also in the pool. Mr. Hines, Junior Hines, can you turn the camera on yourself, Mr. Hines? Or turn. Mr. Hines was also in the pool as well. I believe that Coach Jeff actually forgot what Miss Harris did. Other than that, you forgot the times I was diving. For all of my years, I've struggled to dive. And between, it was Mr. Welcome, they gave me and they told me what to do. And I got sick afterwards, like the next day, but I mean, I dived for rings, and that was momentous for me. And I said, I'm sure that my husband would have been very proud because he couldn't get it done, but they certainly were able to help me to dive, and I'm happy about that. At this time, I'm going to invite Mrs. Logan Jackson to come to present the impact statement. Mrs. Jackson?
Good morning, boys and girls. Good morning to our specially invited guests and our Swim Free team. JCPS Swim Free Impact Statement. Drowning is one of the leading causes of accidental deaths among children. International statistics states that 88% of deaths in children are from drowning. Here in the Cayman Islands, the Caribbean Sea surrounds us. So it is essential that children learn to swim at an acceptable level to keep themselves safe. Cayman was noted to have the highest drowning rates in the world, according to data research. Notably, there were a total of 84 deaths in the water around the Cayman Islands in the decade ending 2021. Swim Free offers us an opportunity to decrease the likelihood of this happening to our children. Implementing the program at JCPS was not without its challenges, as our program manager, Ms. Descent, had to schedule the program and effectively plan curriculum activities and teacher resources to ensure that students were adequately accommodated and supervised in the classroom as well as while swimming. As you're aware, with every successful venture comes a few challenges. Our challenges included washing and drying swimwear, creating and operating a makeshift changing room, changing students, and modifying time. However, despite the challenges, the successful implementation of the program offers individual and national success. Swim Free has had the following impact here at JCPS. Students between the ages of 4 and 7, representing 42.6% of the student population, participated in the Swim Free program. Giving our students an introduction to swimming at an early age which is an essential life skill, reducing the risk of accidental drowning. Students showed easy water adaptation and quick absorption of information, resulting in greater confidence as swimmers. Students learned to follow direction from their instructors, and their socialization skills and self-esteem were boosted when they overcame challenges. Students challenged themselves and owned their learning, showing agency and international mindedness. Students learned from observing more confident peers and mimicking their actions. Some students are now more independent and confident to attempt new tasks that translate into other formal educational areas. Students had fun and got the bonus of a full body workout. Some students who would have been clumsy and poorly coordinated in land sports developed quickly and showed athleticism in the pool. The experience was equitable for all children, as they were constantly assessed and accommodated based on their individual needs. The needs varied from overcoming the fear of water to developing better techniques. Outside of the benefits to children, some teachers, Coach Jeff noted, learned a new skill and worked cohesively to ensure that individual and collective goals were achieved. Coach Jeff also identified some new skills that he garnered here at JCPS. He noted that he learned how to encourage the students better, how to listen keenly to students' voices, and how to be more attentive to students' needs. The school also received a brand new second-hand washer and dryer courtesy of the PTA. This will support other needs outside of the Swim Free program involving our sports department and younger children. JCPS has definitely benefited from the Swim Free program, and we thank our government and the Flowers team for thinking of us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Logan Jackson. It really is a pity that we didn't have video footage of all the different tasks and activities that were involved in this. We do have video footage, yes, and you will show it to us later? Yes? Would you like to do that now? Just before the presentation of our certificates? Yes. So we wait a little while and we will see.
Wow, that was simply amazing. Awesome. Well done. Please give yourselves a pat on the back. On the back. Well done. Great job. A very memorable event that we had here. At this time, we are going to have the presentation of certificates, and I do invite Dr. Richard Wildman, our Senior School Inspection Officer. Improvement. I knew it was something. Yes, Senior School Improvement Officer. Now, please listen for instructions. We will start with the year twos and come down. So I will call the name of the class. You will stand where you are. The teacher will come and receive the certificates on your behalf. So we start. To Simpson, please stand. To Simpson. Teacher of 2 Simpson. We'll do that after, yeah. So just put a few on. So you want to put a few on top? Yeah, but just put a few on top in the presentation. No.
Just presenting it one to the teacher. Okay. Oh.
Each of the kids will get a cap, and each of the kids will get an envelope.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna put that in.
But
Yeah, all right. We'll do everything afterwards. To Seymour, please stand. Face there. To Cunningham, thank you. To Cunningham, please stand.
let's do one and then we'll.
Now, year ones. One, Miller, please stand. One, Goodin, thank you. One, Solomon, stand. Reception, Thompson Barrett. And last but certainly by no means least, reception, Logan Jackson. Now the package includes your certificates as well as a swim cap. Each student gets a swim cap, and you also receive a little gift from the Flowers Group of Companies. So let us say a big thank you. Thank you. At this time, I'm going to ask Coach Jeff to remain. So, Coach Jeff, please remain.
And I'm going to invite Miss Gooding to come forward at this time.
One, two, three, eyes on me. Take a deep breath in, out, in, out. Listen up. This is Coach Jeff's moment. So let's listen. Coach Jeff, on behalf of the JCPS staff, students, reception to year 2 students, we are grateful that we have had you with us. You were patient with our students. You found different strategies to assist even the ones, though they asked, please may I swim, they didn't want to come in the water. They were still a little bit timid. He found the strategy, the moment to just say, okay, let's see how we can do this to at least get your big toe in. And it happened. We thank you so much for taking the time out to just share your calmness with us. Thank you. Let's say after 3, a big thank you to Coach Jeff. 1, 2, 3.
All right. In his absence, I would like to thank Dr. Wildman for presenting our certificates. And we have come to the final item on the program, which is the vote of thanks. And we have 3 students who will be delivering the vote of thanks: Elijah Frederick, Eli Cottrell, and Layla Bush Bennett. I will ask them to come forward. Take your time, speak.
Good morning, honorable guests, principals, teachers, parents, and students. It is our great pleasure to offer the vote of thanks on this memorable occasion. First and foremost, on the behalf of Joanna Clarke Primary School, we extend our sincere thanks to the Flowers family for spearheading this program in collaboration with many other sponsors, YMCA, DES, Foster's Group, and DMS. Thank you for making the Swim Free program happen.
We would like to thank the ministry for not only allowing us this precious opportunity, but also for sharing some encouraging words.
Thank you, Coach Jeff. We have a deep appreciation for you. You have given the valuable time to support, to share the knowledge and skills with us. You and your team have now become a very important part of the JCPS family.
A special thank you to our PTA for their generous contribution.
Last but not least, we'd also like to thank the principal, Mr. Pedley, our teachers who have been exemplary role models and have gone beyond the call of duty. Deputy Miss Dayson, who made the scheduled daily and supervised sessions, and Deputy Miss Harris, who even won the pool. We thank you, thank you, thank you.
This journey was well worth it and will never be forgotten. Thank you for these life-saving lessons.
Thank you very much to our young student leaders. Really appreciate that. At this time, I am going to invite Mr. Pedley. And I'm also going to invite Mr. Pedley, please come. And I will invite Mr. Chin. As you heard, we are the 4th school in this program, the Swim Free program, and if you've ever watched the Olympic Games or some other certain sporting events, there's always the passing of the baton for the next host of the event. So in this case, Mr. Pedley will be passing the baton on to Mr. Chin, who represents, is it Mr. Pedley's old school? Former school, Red Bay Primary. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes our graduation ceremony. For those of you who viewed online, I trust that you had an enjoyable time. And as you were encouraged, parents, guardians, the Christmas holiday is upon us. Let it not stop here, but let us encourage our children to continue swimming during the holidays. Thank you so much to our distinguished guests for gracing us with your presence. We truly appreciate not only you, but we also appreciate the vision that you had, Mr. Flowers, and that you shared with the entire Cayman Islands. We are going to invite our guests to leave first.